Gazetarja ukrainase që po qëndron në Kosovë, Daria Mescheriakova, thotë se Ukraina është më pranë se kurrë më parë ta njohë pavarësinë e Kosovës. Sipas saj, koha më e përshtatshme për njohje do të ishte kur Kosova të merr statusin kandidat për Këshillin e Evropës. Gazetarja ukrainase, vendi i së cilës po përballet me agresionin ushtarak rus që nga 24 shkurtje, thotë se fitoria e Ukrainës do të shënojë edhe fundin e ndikimit rus. Ajo në një intervistë për KosovaPress flet edhe për situatën e brishtë mes Kosovës dhe Serbisë, për çka thekson se nuk sheh ndonjë rrezik, pasi që Serbia nuk mund të bëjë asgjë parosinë, ndërkohë që kjo e fundit është e fokusuar në luftën në Ukrainë.
It doesn't really mean it means something. And it will lead to something. We have a very difficult situation with Kosovo, and when Kosovo declared independence in 2008, our then president Viktor Yushchenko, he was very afraid of separatistic movements in Crimea. But what I think, it was not really true. Nothing was gonna happen with Crimea. But he feared that. And the next president, Yanukovych, he was completely pro-Russian. It was impossible to recognize Kosovo, absolutely not. Then the first war broke out when Russia invaded us and they really took Crimea and occupied Donbass. So it was not possible. And with this war with Zelensky, it's not also possible. But I think that now we're closer than ever to recognize Kosovo, just because it will mean that, first of all, we are not by the Russian side. Second, that we will join the civilization, I would say. And the third thing, that I think the best moment for us to recognize Kosovo, it's either when the war ends, but it's gonna take a while, or when Kosovo will be granted candidate status. Then I think it will happen sooner than the war will end, and I think then we will recognize Kosovo.
Duke folur për situatën e sigurisë, gazetarja ukrainase në Kosovë thotë se nuk sheh rrezik real nga ana e Serbisë.
I don't believe that Serbian army can do something against NATO. Without NATO, yes, it would be really scary for me to stay here. I would go, but come on, you have NATO for a reason. Which just needs this show. This is a show, one actor, and he cannot do anything with his army, especially when Russia is at war with Ukraine and cannot back him.
Gazetaret ukrainase të strehuara përkohësisht në Kosovë në një aksion simbolik për nder të 31 vjetorit të pavarësisë së Ukrainës nga ish-bashkimi sovjetik, kanë deklaruar se Kosova po e lufton ashpër propagandën ruse, për çka Mescheriakova thotë se kjo luftë do të vuloset me fitoren e vendit të saj ndaj pushtuesit rus.
I believe in it. It's gonna take a long time, but I believe in it, because eventually Russia will lose a lot of money. I know that they will spend their last money to support propaganda and to spread disinformation, but eventually Putin will die or resign, or their authority will change, and they will not have that much money to support propaganda. So yes, I believe in it. It's not going to happen like tomorrow or in 1 month or in 1 year, but it will change.
Mescheriakova po qëndron në Kosovë në kuadër të projektit Gazetarët në rezidencë Kosovë, por se tregon se kjo nuk është hera e parë e saj në vend.
I have a long history with Kosovo. It's not that I can say that I just read about it and now I see it with my own eyes. First time I was here in 2011, and then I prepared a PhD on Kosovo about media influence in Ukraine, about the Kosovo war. So I've traveled a lot here. My first time in 2011, when I realized that everything they told us about the war in Kosovo was not really true. Stories here, but I never lived here. I just came like short-term visit, collected some stories, traveled a bit, and then kept going, you know. And now I just live here, and I see it from the inside how the life is. I can say that my opinion has changed because I always knew Kosovo pretty well.